Hey there, hope you're doing well. So today we're finally above freezing after spending a bit of time below freezing. It was almost a week. And the coldest we got during this recent cold spell was -9 Fahrenheit. Um, and then during that day where we got to -9, um, only 1 hour was above 0 degrees, very briefly. We had several nights below 0, so it's been cold. I thought I'd do like a preliminary look at my plants. Here are the palms. The damage will show, especially in like a week or so, but you can kind of tell what things are going to make it and what things have damage already. The big issue with this recent storm was the wind. It was like winds of 45 miles an hour, sometimes gusts of like 60 when it was like below 0, even when it was like -9. And as you'll see, I think that was the main cause of a lot of my damage that I did get. But we'll start here with the sable minor. I'm pretty happy with how it looks so far. The older fronds, like this one, I think will mostly die back. It's kind of hard to see, but it's pretty freeze dried, especially the ends. But the newer fronds do not look as bad. Maybe their tips and stuff will die back, but I don't expect problems from this one. And then the Washingtonia, it's gonna live, but I think all the fronds but this one and then the spears it's putting out are gonna die. But that doesn't concern me too much. This grew really fast and they grow really fast. Like I put on like 15 fronds this past season. It was only had strap leaves when I planted it, so it'll grow out of it really quick. I'm just glad it made it. And then the needle palm here, I should have put a tarp on it. I only wrapped it in burlap. It doesn't quite show up on camera. I mean, it's still like alive, but like this here is freeze dried. And the new fronds and spears are pretty toasty looking. I think they're gonna dry out after a while being like above freezing. It might lose some of its fronds and probably spear pull. Same with the one up front. Just was too windy. Just like sucked all the moisture out of the leaves with that wind, that dry, cold wind. Just freeze dried them. Then the sago palm. Now, I do expect damage to show later on this one. It's still green though, so it's still alive. But like on this older frond, that damage is from earlier in the winter when we got to like the low teens. It didn't show up for like several days, but it did show up, so I do expect to see more damage longer term on that one. Palmetto looks pretty fine. Just some of these older fronds over here that were on the side, the little bucket I had over it, are freeze dried and are gonna die, but it doesn't really look like any damage so far on most of the fronds. Saw palmetto looks fine, but we'll see. It's been very slow to grow or show any signs of damage when they do. The Missouri palm looks completely fine. And then the trackies. So very different story on each of them. This one, which actually got damaged last year, there is no apparent early signs of any damage. It honestly looks like when I put it in there. But the one that did good last year, apparently did not do too well this time. It's probably not, you're not probably going to see it too well, maybe on like that frond, but it is like freezer dried on pretty much all of it. Maybe this spear will be fine. Maybe some of the fronds that are further in will be fine, but it's freezer dried. You can kind of see at the top ones there, they're all wrinkled up. But we'll see. I'll give it time. That one's my favorite one of the two, so I'm glad it's looking fine. Anyways, but I'll do another update in about like a week maybe, because we are expecting to be above freezing for quite a while, maybe even till like mid-January. It's looking like a warm January, but I'll do another update when more of the damage shows, and we'll see what truly made it. Anyway, like and subscribe, and have a nice day.